Mary, we've got some great gifts to give and to get. And this is one that I think, and I've said it in the past when I've had a chance to present it, belongs in every household. And it is from Sunjo. This is the way that when you get that message on your car that says your tire, check tire pressure, this is what you're gonna reach for, because it's an easy air compressor that allows you to pump up the tires on your car, on your baby stroller, on your wheelbarrow. It allows you to pump up the air in your sports equipment, in your air mattresses, in your camping equipment, so simply and easily. And you're getting everything that you need, including the sports ball needles, the tapered adapter, the Presta valve adapter. You're going to get a little carry case that comes right along with. You get the battery that comes along with as well, and you get the air compressor itself that's not heavy in any way and not intimidating to use. We've got it for you in green, black, blue, or in gray. You choose. And like I said, I think belongs in every home. Bobby Milliken is joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Bobby and I had a chance to present this just a couple days ago, and just the ease of use on this just makes it one of those great gifts.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is brought to us by Sunjo. Been in the business over 15 years. We're all about giving you quality products at, of course, a great value. What I love about this is it's so easy. That's it. If you miss it the first time, one touch on, one touch off. And all this power, let me talk about the power real quick. Anything that you need to inflate from 0 all the way up to 120 PSI, that would be like a dump truck tire. This little guy can do at 2.5 pounds.
A dump truck tire?
Dump truck, exactly. So I'm gonna start down here in this wheelbarrow.
Okay.
I want you to take a look at this. This has over about 100 pounds of cinder block. I had some heavy sand in here earlier. All you do is one touch button. I'm not sure if the camera's on me, but you touch it and you've got a bright LED display right there, right? You hit the button. Take a look if you can at the tire and the whole wheelbarrow with all of that weight on it. Look how quickly that is going to lift and inflate. That was dead flat if you saw it at the beginning.
Yes.
You've got all the stuff to move around. You've got a lot of yard work to do. It's that simple. It's one touch to turn it on and to turn it off. And if I can keep going, can I go to the car?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly get over here to the vehicle. Okay. This is where, you know, it really packs a punch. So what I want you to notice is once you hit the on button, this is also a pressure gauge. So it's telling me right there that I'm at 40, okay? So I'm going to hit the trigger. What I want you to notice is that I'm not having to hold on to the trigger. I can just let it go. What I've done is I've preset the PSI to the level that I want it to stop at. So it's automatically going to stop once it reaches that level. What I love about that is a lot of people, they're like, oh, well, I'm scared or I'm worried if it overinflates or something's gonna bust. It's not gonna happen. Did you hear that? It stopped. I set it to 41 PSI. It stopped by itself at 41 PSI. That's what it's meant to do, and that's how perfect it works.
And you saw how that is. I mean, so whether it's the car, whether it's the wheelbarrow, whether it's the dump truck, you've got it for you. And this is what you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
You set the PSI. Every tire has a designated PSI, so you don't even have to guess.
Yeah, you know, in our cars, you look kind of in the middle console there, and it tells you what your PSI should be. And it's just, this is really something that everybody should have. I recommend you have 1 or 2 for the home or garage, and then you should have 1 for every loved one in your family's car. So if you've got 2 cars, you should have 2 or 3 of these. You got 3 cars, it just makes sense, because God forbid, it's late at night, you're by yourself, the tires are low pressure, you get that little warning. You're like, uh-oh. Not only from a safety point of view, but also economically, if your car does not handle as well, it's not as safe, you don't get as much good gas mileage, all these little things we may or may not have thought about. Now, you've got a solution for all of those problems. You've got an answer for all of those things. So, and it's right here.
And that's why I encourage you to do it. I was saying during our last presentation, to be honest, I have one of these, but it wasn't my idea. My husband specifically asked for an air compressor. I never would have thought about an air compressor, but he asked for it. We got one. We have used it so much. So if you're saying, you know, it's a little bit foreign to me, but I get the need, go for it. If you're shopping for somebody who has everything but doesn't have one of these, go for it. These really are those gifts that somebody's gonna say, oh my gosh, this is what I've been needing and I just hadn't had a chance to get it yet. Look at how fast you pumped up that football.
And let me talk about the adapters real quick if I can, because we give you all 3 and we give you 2 of each of them. So I'll start with this one, I'll try and hold still. This is our Presta valve. So this you might not use too often, but it's nice to have just in case you need it. This is for filling up those mountain bike tires that require this specific type of adapter. Normally it would be extra spend. It's included with your purchase. Next is your sports needle adapter. I just inflated a football there. We all know what these are. They're so easy to lose. But the great thing about this is everything lives on board. It has a place to go and stay on there so you don't lose it. And the third and last valve, let me turn my guy on here. This is the tapered valve. It looks like that. So if you're going to the beach or the pool, you gotta bring the fun. You don't wanna inflate everything at home and fill your car, your SUV with all this stuff. And heck, you can't see out the rear view. You can't see out the rear view mirror. So this allows you to get to the beach, get to the pool, whatever it is, and then you've got your fun right there, ready to blow up on site.
So let me just remind you too, okay? Because I'm holding on to this one in blue. We also have it for you in black and in green and in gray with all of the tips and the adapters. It comes with the battery and the charging cable and the carry bag. You're getting all of this from Sunjoe, and it's less than $50. And I'll tell you, if that first time you have this at home, you turn the key in your car and you get that check engine pressure light, this time your heart is not gonna sink. This time you're not thinking, oh my gosh, how late am I gonna be to where I'm going? Because you have to drive around looking for a gas station or an air pump. You have one, and it's in seconds. We're not talking about half hour. We're talking about check the PSI, attach it, turn it on, you're done. It really is that simple.
As you're watching that video, one thing I want to notice or to point out is that footage you're watching right now is in real time. So some of these other products on the market, they speed it up and you're like, you don't know what's real. That footage that you just saw is in real time. So this stuff is inflating that fast. So there are other products on the market like, I think they're called just an air inflator, okay, for example, that you could do maybe a mattress with, but it's kind of like a one-trick pony, right? That is not going to be able to go with you. That has to be plugged in. That is not going to be able to go in your car and do your tires. That's not going to come down and do your mountain bike tires or your rafts. So this is one of the most versatile, flexible tools that you can own, not only from a safety standpoint, but also from a convenience standpoint, and you're holding 150 watt power right there.
Look at that, portable, palm of your hand, easy to use, not intimidating. There are the buttons right there. There's even a screen so that you can see. This is that battery that you can recharge and recharge and recharge. It's, like I said, if I didn't have one, I wouldn't know how great it is. That's why I'm encouraging you to get it. It makes a great gift for that person who has everything, for that person who's hard to shop for. Portable, put it in the trunk of your car and you always have it. And what about, we use it a lot for our bike tires.
Yeah, I mean, look at this tire. This is pretty dead flat. I've already set it. So again, I press the button. That's what I love about this is it takes all the worry out, because anytime I tell people, oh, I'm doing an air compressor, they're like, cool, but you know, how does it work? How does it stop? You set the PSI, it stops itself. So I just put my tire to 20 PSI, and that quickly, just in those 5, 6, 10 seconds, this just got from 0, dead flat, to 20 PSI filled up.
And if you had to do that pump like this, you would be sweating and tired.
Or if you